let's talk about why I feel like something big is about to happen for Tesla discounts, Tesla incentives, especially for the Tesla Model Y, the old and busted brand new Tesla Model Y, not the new Model Y. But I guess we can talk about that as well in terms of what has been happening and what some of these clues that we can take from it to see what could happen. And at the end of this, we'll talk about my prediction of what will be happening, especially for the old Tesla Model Y, the old new Tesla Model Y, because definitely there's going to be some incentives and discounts. The question is, when will that happen? And most likely will be by the end of the second quarter. But yesterday we talked about this very briefly in how Tesla has released financing incentives, a higher price Model Y, and they've gotten rid of the launch series as well. Now, for the Tesla Model Y, the new one, you can get 0% interesting for a 0% interest for a 3-year term. Plus, you can get the new Model Y rear-wheel drive, the cheaper version. And they're running this all the way till orders placed until April 30th. And so it seems like Tesla China is trying to get ahead of this and trying to get as many orders as they can for the brand new Model Y. And most likely, they've already converted their production lines to the new Model Y as well. And keep note that Tesla is usually Tesla China is like about a month ahead of us, maybe even 6 weeks ahead of us. So if our new Model Y, the launch series, got released late January and it's taken them this amount of time, then we could potentially see a non-launch coming out in April, which would mean that would put some pressure on the old Model Y. But either way, it seems like something at a higher level could be happening here. Maybe it's through political things or the different sentiment, or really is the buyer changing from Tesla between who's actually buying these vehicles. But JP Morgan expects that Tesla to report its worst quarterly deliveries in 3 years. Quote, "We struggle to think of anything analogous in the history of the automotive industry in which brand has lost so much value so quickly." So if this were to be the case, I mean, we're going to see if they hit the delivery numbers and estimates and everything very, very soon. But if this is the case, then that means they're going to be hitting quarter 2 very, very hard. And I could easily see, we're definitely going to talk about what predictions I'm going to be seeing for that I think is going to be for the older Model Y, but I could easily see some sort of 0% interest or even close to 0% interest specifically for the Model Y, especially because they're already doing that on the Model 3 currently. And so it would make sense for them to just shift that from the Model 3 to the older Model Y to really clear out the vehicles and everything. I mean, that's why we're already starting to see some bigger discounts on older Model Ys as well. You can definitely check out our deal spreadsheet down below where we can see $8,000 off, $7,000 off on rear-wheel drives, and $8,000 to $9,000 off on performance Model Ys. And this is before the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can save up to $1,000 off of a vehicle. And if you need a better site to find deals and everything, definitely check out our link that we co-developed with Only Use Tesla. It's called Tesla Price Tracker, where you can save, you can set alerts on vehicles and find price drops on vehicles, on brand new vehicles for Tesla vehicles out there. Taking a look at inventory though, it doesn't really seem like anything is going in crazy waves, whether it's going up or down. So maybe I really feel like nothing is going to happen by the end of March, and we're definitely going to be looking towards like an April type of time frame. But check out this post. Cardiosha guy posted this: 45% of new vehicle loans originated in quarter 2024 had APRs below 5.9%. And so not only is the sentiment changing around Tesla, but the competition is also getting greater for Tesla as well. There's more vehicles, more low lease payments that are happening, especially in the electric vehicle space. And that's what caused Tesla to lower their lease payments and offer a crazy incentives like 0% and everything. And on top of that, there's a ton of vehicles from what it appears in terms of rumors that we've collected and everything for Tesla vehicles coming out this year. I mean, we've got when non-launch Juniper, we got when is the Model S refresh that could be coming out very soon as well, maybe even before the Model X refresh. We've got a cheaper Cybertruck rear-wheel drive that appeared on the government website that I bet is coming out this year as well. We've got rumors of a cheaper Tesla, more affordable Tesla that's not a robotaxi, but is looks like it, or sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck. Who knows what it could be? And most recently, we've also seen headlines of a cheaper Model Y as well that might start in China first and then trickle to other markets as well. And so there's a lot of, I mean, if we take a look and zoom back out at this, there seems to be a lot of different vehicles coming out for Tesla, which would then add more competition to Tesla itself, especially if they're all in a similar price range, which would then mean more discounts, incentives, because it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of separation between all these different vehicles that could be coming out, or maybe there isn't, who knows. But let's talk about some of the incentives that could come out there. There's really only like 4 or 5 different demand levers in which Tesla could pull to try and get more orders. Of course, the first one is full self-driving and free supercharging. I guess really we'll just call it free supercharging. In the past, we've seen anywhere as low as 3 months to 6 months to 1 year to, of course, unlimited supercharging, which is on the SX and Foundation Series Cybertruck. We've got financing rates right now. We've the lowest you can get is 0%. It's funny. People ask me all the time, like, "Hey, Dennis, like, is it the best time to buy right now, especially if I'm looking to buy a Model 3?" And I tell them it doesn't get better than 0%. And really, that's where you get the most impactfulness of saving the amount of interest, especially for someone that's financing 5, 6, 7 years or whatever it may be, because that's like $5,000 to $6,000 in interest saved by financing at 0%. And so if you're someone in that category, I would say go for that 0% rate. Leasing, I mean, we've already seen payments fluctuate a ton. And of course, on our deal spreadsheet, we've got the list of all the different interest rates that are out there. And so take a look at this. If you're looking at specific models and you're looking to lease, then especially in the Model Y segment, there's really only one, maybe 2 models where it could make sense. And that's going to be the rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive. Performance, I would say you probably would better pay cash, or not. I mean, you can't just easily pay cash, but in terms of financing, it would be better because the leasing interest rate is 9% on that. And then inventory discounts. I think it's hard to predict on this one because, we are seeing levels that we have not really seen before, where we can see $7,000 to $9,000 off inventory Tesla Model Ys. I mean, the maximum that we saw in December was $10,000 off Model Ys, but that was only like 1 or 2 examples. So it is possible we could get to that level again, but maybe not, maybe we will. Who knows at this point? But certainly, if that could only happen, I can imagine, I could see that happening if we get to a point where it's like at the end of the Model Y, the old Model Y cycle, and there's already non-launches out on the road or even being about to be delivered, then Tesla could really pull that Hail Mary and really try to clear out all the different older Tesla Model Ys at that point. But I'm not sure you're going to be willing to wait that long, because by that point, the non-launch will most likely be out, and the non-launch will be fairly priced at like what, $45,000, $46,000. And so it's going to be a hard sell between like, do you pay for the old and busted new one at 38, or do you pay, thousands of dollars more at 45 for the brand new one? But of course, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I want to hear from you. What do you think is going to be the new incentives that come out for the old Model Y? Is it going to be $10,000 off, 0% financing, or 1 year of free supercharging, or even something else? I put the poll on our channel page, on the post page, so you can take a look at it and see what people are voting for. But I think it's going to be a combination of both. But really, I guess we could see 10K off first by the end of this month, and then it will pivot and all switch to 0% financing, maybe in the April to May type of time frame. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're... So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic.